Welcome to this hilarious film. Since age 8, she's lived underground. Hearing this, Catherine guessed Cole's identity, Cole, who vanished like a magician 6 years ago. Catherine shivered and asked Cole why he was bothering her. Cole replied that she had searched the entire city, but still couldn't find any clues about it, so she suspected 12 monkeys were in Philadelphia. Upon arrival, they found symbols everywhere, but Catherine still didn't believe in apocalypse or virus talk. She thought it was just Cole's ghost stories. As Cole excitedly searched, a mysterious beggar appeared, recognizing Cole. The beggar told Cole that all his efforts were in vain, history couldn't be changed, and scientists even planted a tracker in her teeth, monitoring her. This was Cole's tracking, and the beggar's words made his resolve waver. He couldn't understand why he was desperately trying to complete his mission. Why were scientists still watching him? Was there a secret? But he couldn't think much. He had to keep going. He found the pighead symbol in documents. It was an animal protection assault. The 12 monkeys' secret base. Under Cole's questioning, they finally confessed the truth. They were indeed members of the 12 monkeys, and their boss was none other than Jeffrey from the mental hospital. Jeffrey's dad was a virus expert, which meant he could easily get his hands on the virus. At that moment, Cole realized Jeffrey released the virus and quickly went to find him with Catherine. But on the way, Catherine discovered that Cole was injured in the leg, so she found a secluded spot to treat his wound. Eventually, Cole successfully found Jeffrey and stated that he wouldn't stop Jeffrey's plan because history cannot be changed. However, Jeffrey couldn't care less about what Cole said. He smugly claimed that his inspiration of exterminating humanity came from Cole. 6 years ago, while at the mental hospital, Cole witnessed experts cruelly using animals for experiments and casually blurted out the phrase, "We should use a virus to exterminate humanity." He never expected that his offhand remark could nearly lead to humanity's extinction. After escaping Jeffrey's house, he returned to the woods, lamenting he caused 5 billion deaths. But if Jeffrey was influenced by Cole's comment, it didn't seem to add up. After Cole returned to 1990 post-humanity's virus fall, he shouldn't propose the idea of humanity's extermination by it. Seeing Cole's guilt, Catherine comforted him, saying no one could destroy humanity. All of this was merely a figment of his imagination, as he was avoiding the reality of his own mental illness. After hearing this, Cole started to doubt himself. If only he were indeed a madman. That way, the world is saved, and he breathes fresh air forever. However, Catherine turned to find Cole vanished again. Not long after Zeus' disappearance, Catherine found on the news a missing child was in an old warehouse. This shocked Catherine, as Cole said the missing child hid in the old warehouse as a prank. This completely matched the police's investigation results, but little did Catherine know that this was just the beginning of the unbelievable. That morning, the police suddenly called to say that after ballistic comparisons, they found that the bullet Catherine removed from Cole's leg was indeed from the year 1917. Catherine was freaked out. If Cole came from the future, the 1996 virus exterminating humanity was real. She immediately started looking up information about 1917, and sure enough, she found Cole's image in there. At that point, Catherine realized the WWI missing soldier was Cole. She then pretended to be an expert and contacted Jeffrey's father. She informed him of Jeffrey's plan to exterminate humanity, but to her dismay, he didn't believe her at all. However, considering his son was already a lunatic, he asked his assistant to upgrade the lab's security system. He banned approaches, making the assistant a suspect later. Back to 2035, Cole vanished mysteriously. Sent back by scientists, Cole found the virus culprit, earning their excited welcome home. They issued him a pardon, praised him for completing his task, then handed it to professionals. However, scientists didn't know Cole had changed his mind, firmly believing 2035 was just a fantasy. He thought the world wasn't real and wanted a normal life. However, scientists believed he was affected by the time travel. They just injected him with a sedative, and shortly after, Cole woke up again, only to hear the beggar's voice once more. So, Cole decided to return to 1996 again, but not to come back. He lied, saying he could bring the virus. Unsuspecting, the scientists agreed to Cole's request, and in an instant, he was back with Catherine. Catherine thought Cole returned to stop the virus outbreak, but to her surprise, he claimed he was a mental patient instead. This return was to seek Catherine's help in recovery, but unexpectedly, chaos ensued and the tables turned. Catherine tried to prove Cole was mentally ill, questioning how he knew the missing child hid in the old warehouse unless from the future. But Cole said he didn't know either. Maybe he saw it on TV as a kid. Next, she pulled out a picture from 1917 and continued questioning Cole. But even faced with unexplainable evidence, Cole believed it was all a fantasy. He didn't care about the future. Just then, Catherine suddenly remembered a phone number Cole had previously mentioned and decided to call it to verify. She found her phone and dialed, and shortly after, she came back filled with excitement, only to discover that it was just a cleaning company. There were no scientists or superiors. It meant there was no virus outbreak, and it was all just Cole's imagination. Catherine even took the initiative to pose a question to the person. However, what Cole had said before instantly plunged her into a state of bewilderment and helplessness. She couldn't understand how Cole knew her voicemail content, as it was exactly what the scientists heard on that phone call when Cole first time traveled. This meant the virus would indeed break out in 1996, and the timing was just around the corner. However, even knowing the truth, they couldn't stop it. Therefore, Catherine and Cole decided to enjoy the rest of the days. The truth about the virus will emerge. They disguised themselves for a vacation in another city. Seeing Catherine as a blonde, Cole realized she was the woman in his nightmare. After watching this movie, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll take you alongside to explore more mysterious stories.